It's Week 18 of the NFL, and we'll be watching Terry McLaurin. There are few better in the red zone as he comes in fourth in touchdown receptions. It's the Commanders and the Cowboys, next on EA Sports.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Washington Commanders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, it's January 7th, but we haven't seen you since New Year's Eve, so we have to say Happy New Year, one and all. And partner, Happy New Year to you. This is it, the conclusion of the 2023 season. Hard to believe, but we got a good one here between division rivals. And you like what the NFL's done here, making Week 18 all division games.
I think it's one of the more inspired moves by the league because they've made these matchups really count. And typically they mean something, not a lot of coasting as people head towards the playoffs. But I do have to ask, January 7th, is it too late to say it? We're kind of right on the borderline, aren't we, about Happy New Year? Because that always seems to be the subject of debate.
Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Good footwork at the 30. Dances by him. Evades the tackler, and now some space. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. Bringing them out, the former Tar Heel, second-year pro, Sam Howell.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent, too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now in one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Here comes third and about a foot. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Out of the air on 1st and 10. And this one is incomplete. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 12. And it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one. And they'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Again, it's Robinson. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commanders first down. Powell. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And McLaurin, the motion man right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. 11th touchdown of the year. And the Commanders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense. You look at the numbers on the year, up over 1,100 yards now, and the last drive had a touchdown as well. Everybody offensively just seems to be in cohesion, don't they?
They do, and when you look at this rushing,
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. As the Commanders make their way out on offense, let's take a peek at the playoff picture in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Now throwing on first down here. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
At the 19-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it facing a second and long situation. And his throw is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Slings this deep for McLaurin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's up over 1,200 yards now on the season. Had a touchdown on that last drive as well. Things continuing to trend in the right direction for this offense, but specifically, Charles, this running game.
And it all comes back to one word, doesn't it? Cohesion. Because you have to have that. Center, guards, tackles, tight ends. Some of the wide receivers being involved. Maybe a lead runner at times. Maybe a fullback. But all in all, those X's and O's on the grease board that look so nice, that turns into a jumble in real life. And these guys have to know what to do on the run, on the move. They've done it well for them all year long.
Prescott now. Swinging this out for Pollard. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Washington ready to try again on offense. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Looking to throw. Prescott. That's Gallup on the slant. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And that's complete to Cooks. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Prescott to throw it. That's dumped off to Poe. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To the air again, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and now it's 3rd and 3.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First down, Prescott. Able to hit his target Lamb. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Prescott yet again. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Second down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He finds his man, Pollard. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Prescott. Out of the back of the end zone, it's incomplete.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And this is a 4-point game as they've gone to the locker rooms for halftime. It's
only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs, so excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. A time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Faking the handoff, Howell. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bates. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're unable to convert with a gain of 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Howell down to throw it. Into a double team, and it's entered. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So this game tied at the half, and if you wondered who would come up with the first big play of this 3rd quarter, we have our answer.
Well, in basketball, you know how they tell you to have active hands defensively? I think the same thing applies here. Nice job there prying the ball free. And now their guys have a chance to take the lead if they can put something together. The beauty of doing it in football, you don't get called for a foul if you hit their arms.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Prescott. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw there caught by Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Here's 3rd and 7. And again, it's Prescott. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1. Continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Howell out of the shotgun. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Here now, 2nd and 4. Howell. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. Back now at FedEx Field. Square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter.
Here we go.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Chris Rodriguez. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on the defensive side of the ball.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Farm is not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Throw complete right side to Cooks. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
There he goes, right side. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. That good for 19 and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
A first down throw for Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. He'll find Lamb, that's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Dallas.
From the red zone now, Prescott. That's Gallup on the slant.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Here's Dak. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jake Ferguson from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Important extra point up and through. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, I think you're not telling yourself the truth. answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Rodriguez now on 2nd down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now a timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So Dak and the Cowboys down 24-21, a little over 30 seconds remaining. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now Prescott. That's dumped off to Pollard. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now Dak. That one too wide and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his health. Got to totally command him, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This for all the marbles. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Washington, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And